Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and someone just pointed it out to me this morning. I just watched it, and so I'm going to address it because Louis has kind of jumped into something that I started here on YouTube. A lot of you guys know Luimarco and I get along. We're friends. We chat in private from time to time. Louis and I don't have beefs. We agree on some things, we disagree on some things. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to completely disagree with Louis on this one, and I think Louis knows the score here. Louis has been around bodybuilding, he's been around sports, he's been around drugs and things a long time. He's chosen to stay off, and I respect Louis' choice for that, doing what he does. But I know he plans on probably eventually going on TRT when his testosterone levels drop. And again, I can totally respect that. However, let's kind of break down some of the things that Louis pointed out. Louis, in your argument, and I'm going to link his video down below, and I'll put it here in an annotation somewhere also. But Louis, you're trying to make comparisons between people who you think are definitely on gear versus someone who is smaller and using that as your example. That would be like saying when you or I point out someone who's definitely on the whey protons and they have 50 pounds less muscle than Kai Green or Phil Heath, that's a sign of being natty. No, that's not a guarantee of being natty. That doesn't mean anything. Just because there's someone bigger who has better genetic response to drugs, who uses stronger drugs at 20 times the dose that someone else does, doesn't change the fact that the other person, whether they use or not, that's irrelevant to the point. For example, that would be like saying, well, Lance Armstrong had 150 pounds less muscle mass than Kai Green, so Lance Armstrong was not an enhanced athlete. Well, we know that he used the same drugs that pro bodybuilders use to get massive. Self-admitted testosterone growth hormone. Self-admitted. He just used a lot less. He didn't do hypertrophy training. He didn't train like a bodybuilder. And when it comes to talking about enhanced athletes, Louis, you know that there is no elite athlete, probably in any sport anywhere in the world, who competes at the world level, who makes really good money off their athletic performance, who's clean. It doesn't work that way. To even compete at the elite level, to reach the elite level, you not only have to have genetics, you have to have drugs. It is that competitive of an environment. And when we talk about the drug testing thing, you mentioned she's been tested. We talk all the time. You and I talk about how easy it is to beat drug tests. I've talked to you in private on details. You and I have had private conversations discussing how easy it is to slip X or Y drug through drug testing, how it's done, how various drugs are slipped through testing. We've had detailed conversations, you and I, about this. So to stand there and act like you think that drug testing does anything, Louis, you know better. Come on, just come out and admit that you know from talking to a lot of other people, myself, watching a lot of material out there like Joe Rogan and other things. Drug testing is meaningless. It is completely useless. Drug testing is nothing more than a stupidity test. Drug tests exist purely to weed out people who are too mentally retarded to do addition. That is what a drug test is for. It's just to test someone's basic math skills, to see if they're mentally retarded or not. That's all a drug test is to test for. Because anyone with two brain cells to rub together can pass most of them, and even the really hard ones now, anyone who's, say, a freshman level biology student or freshman level biochemistry student has all the requisite knowledge to get all the way through Olympic level drug testing. It's just, at that point, it's an education test, a really serious test, and the less serious tests are just a basic IQ test to see if you're mentally retarded or not. Because no one who has an average IQ and a pocket calculator could fail most drug tests. You start getting to almost the Olympic level, then again, it just takes a freshman level biochemistry background to pass them at that point. It's just not that difficult. So to try to say that because someone shows lower signs than other people, that changes anything in pro sports isn't true. Everyone is on. And I'm not trying to single out Holly or anyone else. All elite athletes are on. And the UFC's drug testing is not that good. There's probably no one in the top ranks of the UFC or any MMA or combat sport who isn't running several different performance-enhancing drugs. That's just the reality of the competitive world we live in and how much money and effort has been put into finding ways to get around all the drug testing. There's a whole business built around passing drug tests, and people are making millions of dollars off of that. And it's everywhere in every country. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.